Moving on. Every year, New Zealand gardeners churn through 350 million plastic pot plants. Most end up in the landfill after just a single use, but one young entrepreneur is hoping to change this. Elisa Harley is the founder of Enivo Pots, biodegradable pots made of unwanted waste and byproduct from primary industries. She joins us now from her greenhouse. Good morning, Elisa. Thank you for coming on the show. So you came up with this idea because you were already selling you already had a business, you were selling native plants, and suddenly you turned around and went, whoa, have I got a lot of waste?
Morning. Thank you guys so much for having me. Yes, that's right. My story, we like to call it one thing led to another. So I started selling succulents when I was 12 and then went on lots of walks with my family in the native bush, found a love for New Zealand's native fauna and flora, and then I decided to grow my own native plants. I grew over 300 kakabeg and 400 dwarf kawhai, which I sold to some local nurseries, but then found myself with hundreds of plastic pots left over.
And so what did you think at that point? How did you come up with the idea of a biodegradable pot?
Yeah, so I had visited my uncle up north who took me to see a commercial nursery, and I found out that they also had the same problem, that plastic pots were a huge issue that all nurseries were trying to find a solution for. And I had the Young Enterprise Scheme come to my school and talk about how even just high school students can create businesses to any problem that we see in our day-to-day lives. And I thought to myself, what if I could find a way to make a biodegradable solution to plastic pots?
It's such a great idea, and you have come up with a solution. I'm curious if you can talk me through this. It uses primary industry residue and waste. Dare I ask what that actually is?
Yes, so without getting too much into details about the formula, I've been working with this incredible research facility in the Rotorua called Scion, and I actually got support from a grant from AgMart, which has been funding me to travel there for some prototyping. So in my hand here, I've got one of the first prototypes which we made when I went up in January for my visit, and we're actually driving up again tomorrow. We'll be driving up, and we've been looking at different plant materials that are wasted currently in New Zealand. So things like forestry waste.
Yeah,
and we're hoping to utilise some of that.
Wow, that is so clever. I'm just looking at we've got a TV in the studio that's showing us a big shot of it, and that is really, really clever. How long does the pot last, Elisa?
So what we're hoping for with the final product is that it will be able to last 5 months above ground and then disintegrate and biodegrade in less than 1 year once it's in the ground. Yeah. So currently I've actually got some more prototypes which are buried in my veggie garden, and we've got some trays being tested in a nursery up north so that we can find the perfect balance, because you want it to hold together and then biodegrade.
Yes, you do. Yeah, very important point to note there. Just quickly, you are obviously still at school, and the school is quite happy for you to run a business, and you know, schoolwork is maybe not always going to get the priority over the next wee while you work on this.
Yes, so I'm at Wellington Girls College, and I've had so much support from my teachers. So normally students who participate in the Young Enterprise program do so through their school curriculum, but my school doesn't actually offer that subject, so I do it extracurricular. So I get to meet with my teachers and with the Young Enterprise Regional Coordinator a few times a month, and I've just been working on it at home, and I love what I do, and so it's easy for me to find the motivation to do so.
That is so cool. Elisa Harley, thank you so much. All the best with your invention and with turning it into a dream business. I know you've got a wee way to go, but I love what I see already. Well done.